Sorry, I was just looking some. Hi, Mexico. How are you today? My day is pretty good, actually. Sun's shining out. Oh my God. Sun's out, and it's good. What's happening with your day? Oh. Caleb, do you change your thing every day? Hang on, I'm just blowing it up so I can see it. Oh, nice. How old's your cat? Hello, Jace. Hello, everybody that hasn't said anything. I'm glad you're here. Hello, Luke. I'm fine, Luke. How are you? Fantastic. Yeah, I'd like to know the same thing, Rizzler. Hello, Davy Jones. How are you? And what's on your mind? I kind of left it open today. No complaints, Davy. It's been a pretty good day. Sunshine, hung out with the dogs quite a bit, so it was a good day. Kind of have to keep leaning forward. I got the sun coming in back here, as you can see. It's dark, so you must be, yeah, you're probably East Coast then, I would guess. I'm not asking for specifics, just guessing where you're somewhere on the East Coast, I would assume. A good steak, Luke. A good steak would be one thing everybody should have at least once. Hello, everybody that just joined. What's on your mind today? I'll let you guys pick the topic as long as it's not politics or religion. How's that? Um, oh, okay, Davey, Alabama. Yeah, so you're 3 hours ahead. Got it. Luke, I don't disclose who I live with. I obviously have dogs. No, I'm not usually a quiet person. I am pretty quiet, I guess, but not usually here. John Gilbani, Papa. You're back, John. How are you today? private chat. Where'd it go? Okay. Sent sunshine for John. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. Very, very kind of you, John, to do that. I really do appreciate it. And it's a floating heart as well. Thank you very much. Yes, John, he let me know when he first came in, and I realized that he changes his screen name every day. Except today, at least he showed his cat, so that was something different. Davy Jones, yeah, the summer is going by quick. Not really a fan of it. I'd prefer if it stayed a little longer, but no stopping time. He was Caleb 2 days. Yeah, no, I saw that. Yesterday, what was he? Geez, I don't even remember now. I'd have to go back and look. You're going into high school, Davey? That's, wow, that's, seems like it is a lifetime ago for me. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's, high school's a good time if you, it can be a lot of fun. Yeah, ninth grade. No, it'll be a lot of fun. Not John Gobani. Oh, is this Funk Congress maybe? So, Davey, you have your learner's permit, then I take it. Or at least that's what we call it where I'm at. Django. Wow. Okay, nice, Davey. That'll be a big, it's a big deal when you get your license, especially if you're, if you have a car available to you to drive. It really opens up your world. So how did you change from, I appreciate it, not John Go Bonnie, but how did you change your name so quickly? I'm not familiar with being able to change that quickly. I'm sure it must be easy. So now you'll go back to being John Gobani 2? So is this you again, John Go? Must be, because you said Papa. And sorry, it is, sir. Watch this. Davey, do you play any sports while we're waiting for Vinny slash not Django slash Django Bonnie to change his name again? Here I am. Funk and Caleb, fantastic. You're back. Wow, you play all three. That's very cool. What position do you play in football? Wide receiver and safety. That means you're fast. Yeah, I never played football. I was a basketball and baseball player. I love football, but never played. There you are again. Django. It's pretty funny that you can change it that fast. And here we go again. You're like a magician, Django. So yeah, Davey, I played basketball and baseball in high school and college. I went to a small college in the state of Washington, and I went overseas to play pro ball for basketball. Ah, thank you, Kevin Spacey fan. Did not know that. So they have multiple accounts. Interesting. Country girl, you're back. Okay, Kevin Spacey. Did not know that. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's providing the hearts. Basketball, well, so when I was in high school, I played what you would call today like the shooting guard slash small forward, even though I was, for my era, I was tall. And most of the tall guys, I mean, back then, if you were 6'8", say, I'm not that tall, but if you were 6'8", you never left the paint, unlike today where everybody plays everywhere. Which I sort of started doing when I was there because I could shoot long balls. I mean, we didn't even have the three-pointer when I played in high school, so considerably different times. And Kevin, thank you very much for the subs. I do appreciate that. I mean, sorry, John. And to be fair, the game that I watched today on TV is considerably different than when I played and when we watched the pros play. It was not like it is at all today. The amount of traveling that they're allowed to do, that they're doing moves that we weren't even allowed to consider. So it was just different. And the amount of contact that you can have, it's different. I'm not saying it's better or worse, just different. Okay, country girl. Sorry, I tried to get on a little earlier for some of the people on the East Coast today. Because I know last night we went late and it was like 12:30 or something when we finally, or maybe even 10 o'clock here. So 1 o'clock East Coast time. So what's on your mind today, country girl? Yeah, remember the other night when you were listening to the Randy Travis song? Remember it was coming through and catching on my microphone. My son was playing it. Well, and I mentioned not wanting to get copyrighted. I got copyrighted on that live stream. I think 9 or 10 different songs that I couldn't even hear. Um, I couldn't even hear them really here, but the microphone picked them up, and I had to go through the next day and take all those songs out of my live stream. So no music today. As much as I liked having it in the background, I can't have it now because they ding you every time there's music playing. Yeah, it's nothing to do with you guys. I liked hearing the music, so yeah, it was kind of interesting that they did that. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's doing that. I appreciate it. It's probably Kevin Spacey fan slash John Golbani. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's somebody else. Oh, 2 hours. Oh, in the morning. Are you doing two-a-days now, Davey? Tackling drills. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be tough. Well, if you see me up again, come back and we can talk a little bit more about sports. Before you go, what position do you play in baseball? Hello, Big Cat. You're back. Thank you. Don't exactly know what we're talking about, Big Cat. I'm talking with Davy Jones about his sports. He's going into high school, so right field. Yeah. Okay. I played center field and pitched. Okay, country girl. Thank you. I hope you come back. Big Cat, what's on your mind? Pitching's a lot of fun because you have the most control of the outcome of the game, which is pretty cool. You don't need to be concerned about how hard you throw. It's more about pitch placement and having three really good pitches that you can throw. Obviously, your fastball, but you want that to move. So you want to throw that probably with two seam, and maybe you want to get a good slider slash curve, whatever they want to call it. I used to throw a knuckleball. Big Cat, are you still here? See some new people stopping in, so all right, we'll go to this. Okay, great, Davey. Oh, have a good practice tomorrow, and make sure you stay hydrated if it's hot down there, which I think it might be. So, lots of liquids, and good luck with practice. See you later, Davey. Thanks for coming. Keep waiting for that sun to go down so I can lean back a little bit. It's still kind of bright in my eyes. I know you guys can't see it, but another 15 minutes or so, it should be good. I don't have many people in here today. I'm sure Caleb's probably still here, as is John. Where's John? Or whoever he's at. What was he last time? Kevin Spacey fan. Thank you, Christina. Thanks for coming by. Not a lot happening today. We were talking a little sports, but that's okay. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to try and do that again. The music one. That was a good one. I mean, maybe we could even do it tonight. Who knows? See how it goes. Or maybe movies and TV. That was a good one too. Oh, we got a few new people that stopped in. Hello, everyone. Feel free to chime in with whatever you kind of want to talk about. I kind of left the floor open today. Except maybe politics and religion, but other than that, talk about whatever you want. Food's always good, music, movies, favorite dessert, favorite candy. Maybe the psychology of why I talk with my hands. Who knows why I do that? Cool. You are back. What's happening today, Cool? Turtle Biscuit, I am fine. Are you okay? Yeah, me either, Cool. I just had a kind of a light day. I mean, I worked, whatever, but nothing really exciting happened today. Except I got to hang out with my dogs quite a bit, so that was good. Makes it always a good day. Decent? Why just decent, Turtle? Or is that good for you? I mean, I don't know. Gotta go. Oh, sorry, Cool. Thanks for coming by, though. I'm going to be on hopefully the next couple days. Yeah, that's okay, Cool. I get it. No worries. See you later. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Well, Turtle, you still here? Tell me about your day. Or actually, maybe you don't want to discuss it. How about, you know what? Why don't we talk about something fun? Like, what do we talk about? Maybe like favorite candy bar. How's that? Martello, you're back. We got kind of trolled out yesterday. I'll give you the real fist bump as I did the other day. Oh, it's not on camera. Shoot, get it over here. Sorry. Did I get it now? I moved. There's a delay. There we go. There, I got it. There we go. Are you getting smoke over there, Martello, where you're at? From all the fires? If you don't mind my asking. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. I think some of them are, maybe the winds change or something too. Who knows? Haven't been keeping up on exactly what's happening, but I saw some of them have kind of burned, parts of them burn themselves out, which is good. I'm always ooh, okay. Yeah, I think that if you're not directly affected by the fire, the smoke is really awful because it's kind of hard to escape. Yeah, 90. Yeah, see, we got up to, I don't know, we were mid upper 70s maybe today. So we were good 12, 14 degrees less where I'm at. As you get older, I kind of just feel like 75 is good. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm always relieved too when I hear that. I don't want to say it's a good thing, but it isn't a good thing that anything's burning. But I'm always relieved when I hear how, if no houses or anybody's lives are disrupted in that way when these fires happen. That's the worst, when people lose their homes. It's funny, Martello, after we talked that jokingly after, about the president run that you donated to the campaign, I actually thought it would be funny if I did one of those, actually found a way to run just for the fun of it in 28. Kind of like the old movie, what was that? Brewster's Millions, where Richard Pryor ran as none of the above. Smoke's rolling north and east. No, Funk, what I was saying is I'm always relieved when I hear that people have not lost their homes in any of the fires. I think it's a nice, a better outcome. Oh, from Oregon? Me, you mean? No. Oh, the fires. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I got it. Sorry about that. Yeah, the wind, when the smoke gets big enough, that wind can really move stuff around. Really, I did not know that. I assumed it was from the stuff in eastern part of the state, so I didn't know where it was coming from. I just heard from a couple people that said they'd been through there and said it was pretty smoky. Ooh, that's bad. 300, yeah, yeah. That means everywhere you looked, it must have been just a haze. I mean, that's bad enough to affect people that don't even have any issues with their breathing. Shut down operations to emergent. Wow. That's pretty severe there, Martel. I didn't realize it would gotten that bad. let's hope that they can get some of this stuff put out or get a rainy day come through to help knock some of this stuff down. 1978, just a haze. Yeah, I know what we're, like I said, we've been really lucky this year where I'm at. We haven't really had any, knock on wood, if you believe in that, but we haven't really had any anything to deal with. So we've been very lucky. It's still dry as a bone, so it's nerve-wracking once in a while, but okay, I heard there was a couple places over that were getting it. That's why I just didn't quite know where. Okanagan County. Yeah, no, I get it. Um, and I'm not following it super closely, but when they mentioned, the stuff they talk in broad strokes, I didn't quite know how it was affecting you. Funk, I would have to say no. Yeah, I guess in the Okanagan, there's just not it has a chance to get ahead of people or ahead of the fire people just because it's so sparsely populated too. And Funk, I can't imagine what it's going to be. Really? Well, Martello, a lot of the fires are, in fact, most of them are caused by people, humans, being careless, sadly. Well, Martello, I listen to anything that's being said about some of these things because you never know, right? Yeah, like I said, I haven't been following closely enough to hear any of that stuff, but wouldn't surprise me about things. Who knows? Don't know. I remember that song Funk, but not. I remember hearing it a few times, but I don't really remember the song. So I'm not. I don't want to say I'm familiar with it. I just remember hearing it a couple of times. Didn't know what it was about. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look it up. Yeah, not familiar with that one. That's interesting, Martello. Yeah, I forgot about that, the reservation over there. Hello, Tatty. Thanks for saying hello. You know what, Martello? I don't believe or disbelieve much anyway. I kind of just I don't necessarily think um, things are as we are told sometimes, and you know, by the media or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I don't know much about that over there, but it very well could be. I don't really crave anything, Funk. Yeah, it may. I mean, I'm sure, and I'm sure you've heard Martello far more than I have. I mean, I haven't really heard anything, so um, yeah, it could very well be. You just never know what people are willing to do for money. No, I love Cosmic Crisp apples. I don't know if I crave them, but they are really good. I like Fuji's. Honeycrisp are pretty good. Most of the newer hybrids are pretty good apples. Yeah, Omak, it is a very cool area. I haven't been up there in a long time, but it is a cool area for sure. Yeah, no, it is beautiful. It's a beautiful area. Nectarines? Why only in the month of June, Funk? You don't crave them any other time of year? Or is that the best time to get them? Funk, are the nectarines grown here in the United States or are they from somewhere else? I'm assuming they're coming from here if you're getting them at a certain time of year, somewhere in this country, right? Oh, okay, Central America. Did not, yeah, I didn't know where they came from. Hmm. Yeah, I was unaware of where they came from. I guess that would make sense. Warm all, you know, a lot, so good growing seasons. So Martello, do you go back to the Okanagan at all now, or are you just kind of not going up there or going there, I guess? Fruit, that's nature's candy. Yeah, once that happens, Funk, it's almost impossible to get rid of the disease, and you got to take them out usually. Yeah, no, apples they're awesome. I think Martello must have left. Ooh, strawberries are excellent as well. Love strawberries. 15 years for the pear tree to bear fruit? That seems like an awfully long time. Oh, you know what, James? You asked me that question last night and I missed it. I didn't see it till after we were done. Apologize for that. So, oh, now? Not very long. When I was young, I don't know, a mile, probably. I was an athlete, but I wasn't a swimmer. I was a good swimmer, but I was a basketball, baseball player. But my kids swim, so I'm pretty familiar with swimming. You said last night you were trying to become a very long, a special kind of pair. Yeah, okay, Funk, that might make sense. I was figuring it would be like 5 years or so, but James, are you trying to become a swimmer? Yeah, no, I could do that today. But I trained year round back when I was teenager into my 20s. So, going for a 3-4 mile run wasn't hard either. And I'm not bragging. It's just that's the kind of shape I was in. But swimming's a different thing to try to, even if you're really good at other sports in terms of your endurance, swimming's completely different. If you can swim, if you're if you can swim 4 lengths of the pool, you're doing okay. You're probably not. You may not be breathing correctly either. I'm not criticizing you. I don't know, but you need to work maybe on the blowing out of the breath, and then so you actually have to take in breath when you breathe. That's fine, Funk. I'm not asking you to reveal your location. No worries. I'm not laughing at you, James. I just know for a fact I've watched my kids swim, and a lot of their friends are swimmers, and The amount of training they go through is, those guys are worn out when they're done at the end of the day. It's crazy. I mean, depending on the day and what they're training for, 5, 6, 7,000. We do yards because I'm in the United States, but they would do the equivalent of that if they were wherever you're at in meters. So 5, 6,000 meters a day is not much. You know, some of these old school coaches their kids and swimmers swim 7 to 10,000 meters a day, and I think that's too much. I know the sprinters now, especially at colleges here, they'll swim about 3,000 yards a day, and it's all very focused. They're still tired, but it's different. But yeah, it's exhausting to swim. There is no question about that. James, are you trying to become a swimmer, or are you doing it just to be in shape? The sun finally went down. It's cooling off. It's perfect. You know, James, it won't take as long as you think. Well, for fitness, oh, well then you should go, if you've got access to the pool, I mean, without having to cost a bunch of money, you might want to go 3 times a week and just do your best. Like, start at, 1 second, Funk, and start at, like, trying to do just 4 laps and focus on that. And then after you build up some, you know, everything is, and build up to it. That's what I would tell you to do if you were trying to do it for fitness, because it's great fitness. You'll be in great shape. Do I enjoy the music of Thin Lizzy? Yeah, and I would have to say my favorite song by them is Jailbreak. Suli. Hello, Suli. Do you enjoy Thin Lizzy, Funk? It is, really? The connection's not good? Very dodgy. Yeah, I don't know. I've got full power, so I don't know. That's too bad that it's happening. But yeah, it is humbling to be in the water, James. But stay with it, because it's something that you can do. It's a lifelong sport. You can do that even when you get old. Well, Funk, I thought I had stable Wi-Fi, but apparently I don't, according to you. So Okay, Funk, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, James, I would not quit swimming if I were you. I would, if you could train a little bit more, you'd be surprised at how good your conditioning will get within a couple of months. You are correct. That endurance does not translate to swimming. I mean, I shouldn't say it doesn't. It does a little, but yeah, your knees will not go bad swimming. I like the elliptical, but yeah, it could be. But yeah, swimming will. If you could do that 3 times a week, if you could build yourself up to say 1,000 meters 3 times a week, the swimming, excuse me, the swimming will help more with your overall fitness than running will help with swimming fitness, if that makes sense. Excuse me. Yeah, James, running's hard, really hard on your knees. Funk, I've never been scuba diving. Funk, I feel like I should ask if you're from Langley, Virginia. Nope, would not do that. I didn't ask you a question. I said I feel like I should ask you a question. James, you can build yourself up to that. It won't take you as long as you think to go 200 meters without getting tired, and also to tread water for 10 minutes. It's not as hard as you think. With some obviously with some training, but you can do that. Too many questions, Funk. That would probably be a good assumption, unless he's an international spy trying to throw us all off, James. Hence my comment about Langley, Virginia. Andy Basha, do I like Harry Potter? I like the movies, but I'm not a Harry Potter person, if that makes any sense. I never read the books. But I do like the movies. I thought they were well made. No, I like the movies, Anonymous. Yeah, no, I thought the movies were good. It just, I don't know. If they come on, I'll watch them. But I probably wouldn't seek them out, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I think you, James, you're probably accurate. Yeah, Andy, no, I'm not saying that, I know a lot of people my age that, again, I know you're calling me old, which is fine, I am, but I understand that I know a lot of people my age that just love Harry Potter. Andy, I don't know how old you are, and it doesn't matter, but when you get to a certain age, you realize you're at least not young anymore. How's that? My favorite movie, gone over this a couple times, but I don't really know if I have a favorite one. I really like The Sting. I probably wouldn't give out my most controversial opinion. It may not be controversial to you or me or whatever. Everybody's controversial is different. I'm sure. Anyway. MVale, are you serious? How you have a 36-hour shift? Is that even? I didn't even think that was legal. Anonymous finger heart. Thank you very much for the jewels, Anonymous. I appreciate the jewels, Anonymous, or Caleb, if that's you. I'm not sure. John Gobani, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. Okay, I didn't know, Anonymous, because Caleb seems to have numerous numerous aliases, as does John, but John Gobani is there, and I appreciate his I really appreciate that. Sorry, I probably said appreciate too much. How about I just say thank you very much? Well, apparently Django's my biggest fan, along with Anonymous. No, I get the sarcasm. I'm usually sarcastic too. It just seems like this week I've been really tired, so. Thank you, Funk. Geese, you're back. Django, that will never happen. Anonymous, it is my personal life. Crack is hardcore. Yeah, well, it is hardcore. Oh, football season. Are you, can I ask, have you already started practice, Geese? No, I'm good, Django. I'm not going to try that. You do whatever you wish to do. I can imagine it makes you run like lions. So Geese, you guys, if you're starting football season, you'd be starting two-a-days pretty soon, I would think. Or do they still do that? "1978 was Hayes." Well, if you lived it, then you can probably tell me more about it. Geese, seriously, you played at Southern Miss? Wow, nice, Geese. I like that. That's really cool. So we have athletics in common. I love sports, played sports in high school, played at a small college myself, played some pro basketball in Europe. Torn PCL. Oh man, that's tough. Django, I'll have to work on the hippos. See if I can make that happen. Third string middle linebacker. Oh, why am I? That's funny, Django. So, random, you also played football? Yes? Well, I would hope they weren't the same incident, Funk. That would not be very pleasurable now, would it? Hippos are sneaky? Okay, if you say so. Yeah, I could see them hiding behind a tree. They're very clever. Yeah, geese, I noticed that. LOL, Cool J, it's every night's a late night at the office for me. Funk, I'm shocked that it was a joke. So, Geese, do you coach now? You don't mind my asking? Django, I know you're probably making a joke, but I'm sure there are people that actually use that stuff before they play. Okay, fair enough, Geese. I didn't know. Thought maybe since if you love the game or something, you might coach, but I know coaching's really, especially for youth sports, has gotten pretty bad because of the parents. Diego Maradona. He was quite the player back in his day. Probably the best in the world at some point, I would imagine. And I'm sure he wasn't the only one that was like that. Hey, dogs. So, Django, you were, I'm guessing, soccer, basketball, football, baseball. What else did you play? Yeah, you know, Geese, the problem is, I agree with you. And on top of that, it's not just that you can't criticize the children. Every parent thinks that their kid at age 5, 8, 10 years old is going to whatever sport they're playing, they're going to the pros. And they have no understanding of how difficult it is, for one, as you well know, to play even at the college level. I shouldn't say even, play at the college level, let alone make it to the pros. Yeah, you might be right. I haven't kept up on it about the two-a-days, but yeah, trained with Ray Mercer. Okay. Soccer, wrestling, track. Django, all in crack. How did I know that was coming? But yeah, Geese, the parents ruin it. They have no idea. I mean, even in a small community, I remember coaching some basketball 10, 12 years ago, and there was about 200 or so kids. I was coaching on the boys' side, about 200 or so boys in this program for 4 to 10-year-olds. So of those 200 kids, by the time they make it to this high school in this town, only there'll be 12 on the varsity, 12 on the JV. So 90% of those kids in just 5 years won't be playing. But the parents all think at that level that, oh, they're going to the pros. And so it's the parents ruin it for the kids and for the coaches and everything. Fast like lion, strong like bull. Yeah, geese. Yeah, I wouldn't mind coaching. I'd like to impart, or help some kids get better, but it's tough to want to get involved in coaching. Yeah, see, that's I think that's too much. 2 a days. I remember the 2 a days for us were just in August. Fake name, yeah. Like I said before, it's going to be stored here for a couple of weeks. It's a friend's bunch of junk, so I'm um, anyway. I'm just going to leave it stacked up in here. I don't care. It's fine. Helping him out. Yeah, two times a day is a lot. Geese. I mean, a lot of the swimmers do 2 a days sometimes too. They'll do morning and then afternoon, and from what I can see, all it does is tear the kids' bodies down. Jongo, I thought you guys would sleep outside with all the deer and the bear and the cougar and coyotes. Thought you guys might find that fun. Funk, I don't know if you'd dig them so much if they were chasing you and trying to eat you. Geese, I don't know how old he is, but yeah, I'm so innocent. Okay, let's go with that. Geese, you should try taking up disc golf. Have you ever played before? Gooses, mooses. So mice must be Mises. Oh, okay, cool. So my son got into it earlier this year, and I'd always thrown a frisbee around as a kid and even as an adult, tossed them around, but I'd never played disc golf, and I went and played for the first time here. I don't know, 3 weeks ago or so, and it's really a lot of fun. Oh well, you didn't get mooses and Mises? Was a joke? Yeah, so geese, back in May, I got a chance to go down to an event in Portland, Oregon, and watch the last year's world champion play, and he ended up winning that event as well. And those guys, the top 4 or 5 players at that tournament, were just crazy how good they were with the discs. They were throwing putts in from 75 feet out, 100 feet out, or then on one of the holes they threw 500-foot tee shots. It was crazy. Goose, geese, moose. I think I posted a couple of videos of. Let me get over to that. Hang on. Yeah, some of the was one of me there, but which I suck. But there's a couple of the other guy I was just talking to you about. The mighty Oregon Ducks. They've had a pretty good football program for the last, I don't know how long. Yeah, no, you know what? I don't know where you live. I'm sure there's a course. I didn't realize that there's over 11,000 disc golf courses in the United States. I just recently found that out. So I'm sure there's one, if you're in the US, I'm sure there's one close to you. And there's this, all the discs are the same size now. I don't know if you knew that. I mean, I didn't know that until recently. So uh, I don't know what the size is, but they're all got different ways to throw. And it's crazy. My favorite team for football, Geese? You know what? I've played fantasy football just because I know people that got me into their leagues. I think it's kind of fun. Disc golf team? I don't think there's any disc golf teams that I'm aware of. Football, yes. So college, I don't know. I not so much anymore, but when I was a kid, I loved Ohio State for no reason. I'm not really a fan of them anymore. Um, Gosh, I don't know about college. Um, NFL's tough too. I mean, I don't know. Seahawks are okay, I guess, maybe. Sorry, Kevin, I have not. Yeah, I don't really have necessarily a favorite team. I love watching college football. I mean, it's fun on Saturday when you can turn on 10 different stations and see, 10 different games. I like watching some of the smaller D1 schools. They're always fun. And as one of our people said, they like the Ducks. Yeah, they did. I mean, I didn't choose them for that reason. I've kind of always liked them a little bit. I mean, I guess if I like to watch a game, I'd probably have to say Idaho State just because of their awesome field, that blue field they have. Not because I like Idaho State, I just like watching the blue field. Yeah, back long, long time ago, probably back in the 70s, I loved to watch USC just because of the way they played. Everything was just schoolhouse left, schoolhouse right, and they had, for like, I don't know, almost 20 years, they had the best tailbacks in the country. Yep, Boise State does have the blue field. How about you, Geese? What are your favorite teams? Yep, Marcus Allen. They had Charles White, Ricky Bell. Who else was there? I mean, back more recently, they had, I can't even think of the guy's name now. Shoot. I should be able to remember those guys too. Yeah, but there were some great running backs they had here. Yeah, you know what? Texas is always fun, for sure. And they have a great program, but they've got tons of money behind them now. Holy cow! Was it last year? I think they said their the salaries for the University of Texas was like 25 or 28 million or some huge number. I might be wrong about that, but I remember just being tens of millions of dollars that they were paying in NIL money. I mean, all those big universities now are paying out tons of cash. So seriously, 50 million? Man, they could just, I mean, they could buy they could buy the best team at that point because there's no salary cap in college. I mean, there should be, but it's not going to happen. So Funk, nothing would surprise me. How's that? Yeah, I mean, and Elon's got the money to do it. I mean, I guess if I had that kind of money, I'd probably want to do a couple fun things with it too. Almost 30 years ago, John. Or sorry, John Go. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Fantastic. Kiewit, yes, it was. And 30 years is a long time. You know, I don't know if I like John Elway personally, but he was awfully fun to watch. I mean, he had a cannon for an arm. I'm sure they do, Nolan. I actually spent some time with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders back in the 80s, so I'm well versed in the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Yeah, Elway I'm not so much I'm impressed with his quarterbacking skills, it was just the way he could throw. Christy, are you asking me to be quiet or the group of my friends? Yeah, I watched his resignation on TV. Thoughts on Bill Belichick? I think he's a good coach. Doesn't necessarily mean I like him, but he and Brady were very good together. Quiet? Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the construction company Kiewit, so I apologize for that. But you're right. Now that I read it, quiet makes more sense. I apologize for that. Yeah, I watched it on TV, the OJ chase. I was in visiting my parents at that time. And it was pretty hard to fathom uh, what was happening with OJ. Giselle Bundchen, have not met her. Working at a furniture store when the OJ thing happened. Wow. Yeah, I guess for people of a certain age, Geese was driving the Bronco. For I guess people our age, we remember the OJ chase quite vividly. I mean, it was on the national, every station was covering it. Yeah, I know. It was amazing. I mean, they shut down everything to follow that white Bronco traveling all around Los Angeles. Really weird looking back at that, how much attention that uh, got that day. Well, Christy, I don't know how old you are. I'm not asking, but I can tell you this much: in your mind never gives up on that, on youth. We always kind of keep thinking that we're young at times. Nolan, on that, I can guarantee you is not correct. Nope, Django, not from Detroit. 51. You're a kid. You're still young. So, Geese, do you really think steroids left baseball? Serious question. Or any sport for that matter? I mean, on some level, steroids kind of saved baseball. Yeah, I know they do a lot of testing, but I still believe that they're just as prevalent because the tests that they have now don't cover a lot of the new drugs that they have. So anabolic steroids, probably not, but the other drugs, yeah, I think they're there. Oh, they would never let Otani go down. He could take anything he wants. He's saving baseball right now. These, but thank you. No, I don't, Funk. I'm just a realist. I mean, I know, I'll give you an example of a lot of the youth sports that I've been around the last 10 years. There were numerous cases where high school kids openly talked about not taking steroids, but taking testosterone and other things that would help them, massive amounts of caffeine, certain heart medications for distance swimmers, distance runners. It slows the blood pressure, slows the heart rate. And they all get prescriptions from their doctor so they can take them. So yeah, steroids probably moved out, Geese, but I don't think that the enhancements have changed all that much. I mean, 25% of most of the athletes in college are taking some kind of heart and or blood pressure medication. And you can't tell me that 25% of that population needs it. That's just my belief. I might be wrong, but that's why I asked if you thought it had gone away. Oh, TRT, absolutely. I know of a couple athletes who artificially suppress their testosterone so that it could be prescribed by a doctor. And once it's prescribed, then their testosterone goes through the roof, and they compete at a much higher level than they probably would be able to. Chris, you don't need to pay too much attention to these guys. They're just having fun. But thanks for the compliment about my hands. Low dosage, yeah, some. I don't know the particulars, but how am I the cougar? Yeah. Chrissy, that's an excellent point. Yeah, I guess I'm a little cynical just because of what I've seen in the high school levels and the people I know that played at the higher levels. So many of them are doing stuff. It's not just to enhance the muscles, it's also the heart rates and things like that. Nolan, I met Ron Jeremy, for what it's worth. Thank you for the hearts. I don't know, he seemed like a normal guy to me. If you didn't know what he did, you probably wouldn't know that he was any different than anybody else. Django, no stories. Geese, I hope you didn't leave. And if you are still here, Geese, what's the Texas football program looking like this year? Does this channel have a theme? You know, I mean, if you look at my other videos, it's kind of just stuff that I'm interested in. Um, and I like to just kind of talk about whatever here. I think it's fun to chat with people. I don't really know if I have a theme. Probably should get one. I guess that might help me, huh? Do I watch baseball? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I love baseball. I just haven't, I don't watch it as much anymore as I used to. Oh, okay. Know where they were going to fall. But yeah, I guess the preseason rankings are going to be out pretty soon for them. Yeah, I forgot about that. He's pretty good. I watched him, you know, when he took over. Was it last year during the season? He took over. I thought he did a good job. And I think he's their highest paid player too. Oh my God, why is my chat? Sorry. Yeah, Chrissy, I don't know. I never really decided on what to make it. I just kind of, if you, like I said, if you look at my other videos, you'll see I kind of dogs or whatever I'm doing. It's just kind of whatever interests me at the time is what I'm doing. And here, the same kind of whatever we want to talk about. Yesterday we got started on food yesterday, which was kind of fun. Django, I can use $2 to buy Fixodent. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. You've been more than generous. So I'm very happy for that. Justin Samuel, thank you for the stars. I appreciate that. John Gobani, more jewels. Fantastic. I'm really, really, I couldn't be happier for that. And I mean that. Pop, pop, funk, no. And Justin Samuel, I want to thank you for the jewels as well. Thank you very much. John, I didn't say I partied with John Jeremy. I said I met him. Geese, thank you. Geese, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I always feel, I don't want to say blessed, but fortunate that people think enough to do that. Geese, thank you again for that as well. Happy poop for 10 jewels. That actually made me laugh out loud, Geese. That's funny. Watermelon for 500 jewels? I love watermelon. Oh, so thank you, Django, for that. I appreciate that. But I've got a watermelon, and there's going to be a live stream in the next few days of me and a watermelon. So I think that's going to be fun. I got a little plan for that. It won't last very long, probably a half hour or so, but I'm definitely going to be doing that. So you guys might want to tune in for that. I'll try to post it on my whatever community or whatever, so that I can let you know when I'm planning on doing it. Nolan Maxwell, thank you for the jewels. Looks like chili peppers. Chili peppers. I love chili peppers. We love hot. John, YouTube dancer? 1,500. I love the YouTube dancer. That's awesome. I haven't seen that one before. Django, thank you very much. Wow. Thank you I'm blown away by your generosity. All of you. Geese, you as well. And I can't remember who else. Oh. And who was the other one? Sorry, I can't remember. Anyway, thank you very much for your generosity. I appreciate that. Django, trophy cake, 1,000 jewels. Holy smokes. Django, you're just absolutely on fire. Jack, I have no idea. Django, the finger heart. What? Finger heart. Django, thank you again. Wow. I can't, I actually can't thank you enough for these donations. Unk alert. Oh my God, now I'm an unk. 440. Thank you, Django. Yeah, that unk, the whole unk phrase is new to me. I just started hearing about that. So I'll take it. Unk. Sorry, HGR. It's not Jeffrey E. I I don't, I'm trying to count them, Geese. I don't know. Because as I'm saying thank you, I'm trying to type at the same time, and I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. When did he start that? Oh, he's doing it again. 6 joules. I don't know. A couple thousand? Geese? I think. Christy, thank you for coming by. Oh, a bunch of teenagers. Oh, I don't envy you. Man, you're a brave soul. But good luck with that. Have a good day at work, and uh, please come back and visit again. I'd love to have you back, especially when I do the watermelon live stream. That'll be fun. Dustin Dahl, hello. Yeah, Geese, I'm going to have to go back through this and see how many joules he put in. It was a lot. Wow. Very, very generous. Sophie Cunningham. Wow. Well, you must like sports. That's awesome. Caitlin Clark, same. No, Chongo. Okay, where are we at now? I kind of lost track there for a second. Took my shoes off. I'm too hot. Geese, you talking to me? How tall am I? I'm 6'6", which when I played basketball was tall. Today it's a point guard. Kennedy, thank you very much for the joules. I appreciate that. Oh, it's going by so fast. I'm trying to... Six one. Okay, yeah, got it. Nolan, I am not a vegan. I've had hamburgers for dinner 2 nights in a row. So no. But to each their own. I like meat. And again, Kennedy, thank you very much for the jewels. I'm very thankful for that. Geese, have you find? I know over the years I've found that I've lost some of my height. I was closer to 6'7" when I graduated high school. Now I've lost a little bit of height. No fun. Thoughts on World Cup? I don't follow football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, very closely. Um, but I thought it was fun to watch, for sure. I watched some of it. I thought the U.S. Did okay. I did not watch the final, but it was pretty cool that we had all the games around here. That was pretty awesome in the States. Ronaldo or Messi? Oh. Okay, I'm just going to have to go and say for only one play that Ronaldo did was it's probably all over YouTube. The one where he comes in and he's literally, I don't even know, like seems like he's 10 feet off the ground to do that one header that he did. Only for that reason, no other reason. Yeah, okay, so Geese, you're right. He was not 6'9". He was not. Um, I saw him a few times around Southern California, and I don't think he was any taller than me. Sure didn't seem like it. I think they just did that to sell product, you know what I mean? Ivy? That's not going to happen. Yeah, Ronaldo, I agree. But that you can look it up. I don't know how you would search for that, Geese, but that play where he jumped for that header was just off the charts crazy. The athleticism and physical ability that took to make happen, as you know, being an athlete, how hard that is to do and time it perfectly like that. That's crazy. And that's not putting down Messi because he's an incredible player as well. But just for that one play, I'll choose Ronaldo. Uh, Caleb, thank you very much for the jewels. I appreciate that. Yeah, he might, Geese. Mbappe special, great player as well. Sorry, Deep Joshy, you feel got screwed over, no reason for a job. Do you care to elaborate on that? Ivy, still, I have to, no. I know you're probably making a joke, but no. Yeah, back to the Hulk Hogan thing. I never thought he was 6'9". Ivy might be a trafficker. In this day and age, who knows? Ivy, again, I'm going to have to pass on that invitation. Not really. I mean, I remember back in the 80s a few times I would pay attention to it. Got to see Gretzky play when he was with LA. But yeah, I'm not a huge hockey guy. I mean, I'll tell you this much. I appreciate their talent. That's off the charts. How fast and well they can do those, whatever they're doing on skates is amazing to me. Yep, yep, for sure. I mean, I like watching, and I couldn't tell you a lot of names from track and field, but I like watching track, especially the running events, because of I like the definitiveness of somebody beats somebody to the line, they win. It's not like even in football or basketball or baseball, there's all these judgment calls that happen that can alter a game, whereas in swimming, the same. I've touched the wall first, I win. I like that. Dibs, you played for 40 years. No kidding. That's crazy. Hello, soul, you're back. What's on my mind today? How much time? You know what? Feel free. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sheriff, that's right. Wow, Freddie Mercury. That guy, his voice was incredible. I mean, I remember seeing when they did the Live Aid show from Wembley and hearing the stories about the other musicians talk about him and saying about Queen at the time. They said they stole the show. Excuse me, the crowd went nuts for him. Dibs, I have no idea. I'm guessing you're Caleb or whatever you were, meatball sandwich or whatever we were at the start of the night. Oh, wow, okay. Still would have been cool. No, no, so you can say whatever you want. We're just rambling on about who knows what. Yeah, I mean, he was not only was he a great singer, Soul, but it was he really knew how to just like almost grab a hold of the audience and just get them to, you know, he engaged the audience something like there's not been many people to do what he did. In fact, when he did his vocal improvisation at Wembley, when he's wearing the yellow jacket, that's off the charts cool. And he had that whole crowd of like 70, 80,000 people just in the palm of his hands. Amazing entertainer, I think. I like Stevie Nicks. Thought she was a pretty good entertainer, good singer. Yeah, it's funny. I was I did a video not too long ago, or maybe 3, 4 months ago now, but about a frontman. I always thought that David Lee Roth did not have anywhere near Freddie Mercury's voice, but he was massively entertaining. I thought he was a great frontman, the lead singer for Van Halen. If you're not familiar with him, I don't know if you are. Ooh, Janis Joplin, man, she was good. That's okay, Soul. It's fine. Say whatever you want to say about that. I'm I love David Lee Roth too. Don't get me wrong, but his we're in comparing his singing ability to Freddie Mercury's. It was he had a great style, but his showmanship. I thought David Lee Roth's showmanship was just crazy back when they were first hitting. He was like a ringmaster at the circus. It was crazy. You know, Geese, I'm one of those strange guys that I actually liked both of them when they were in Van Halen. I liked the music. It was different when Van Halen first hit. You're probably, I guess, not old enough to remember when they first came out, but when they first hit, it was something different. Eddie's guitar work and the sound that they put together was crazy. So I really loved that, but I also like Sammy as well. So, but I'm the oddball. Most people take sides. Like you said, I don't like Sammy Hagar, and that's fine. I really liked both the sounds that they had, different. But if I had to pick, I'd probably pick the original Van Halen, just because of how much they changed music. Okay, my assumption, based on my personal observation of technology, economics, political realities, and the current social macro trends. All our lives, new technologies and developments create new jobs. New needs and wants. Wow, Soul. That's well thought out. Holy smokes. Yeah. And now the technology that we created will take us over. Dibs, whatever you're having, I hope you enjoy it. And come back. I'll still be here. Hopefully. Okay, so yes, that was Hagar. So Geese, let me tell you a little story about that. So back in about 2000 and I don't know, maybe 2003, 4 along in there, they were in between Sammy and Dave kind of doing reunion tours or whatever they were doing. And me and my egotistical singing self thought I could become their lead singer. So I went and did a demo of that very song of Right Now, and sent it to their manager, trying to become their lead singer. It didn't work out clearly, but I at least got to talk to the manager. They listened to it, and it was a lot of fun to make the song. So I love it. You're correct, Soul, about that. Now, how do we measure human effort? But yeah, right. I really like that song Right Now, and the video to it was really cool. In fact, if you go look up my name on somewhere on YouTube and search the song Right Now by Van Halen and type in my name with it, it'll come up, and you can see it. Yeah, Geese, I can. I mean, I'm not great, but and my voice is not clearly what it used to be. But yeah, I grew up in a house with music. So my mom was a country singer when I was a kid. So I don't play any instruments, but yeah. Soul, you've clearly done a lot of thinking about this. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because wow, like you've thought this through, and I agree with you. There's a lot of humans are going to become the whale oil pretty soon. We're not going to be that necessary in a lot of industries, unfortunately. Golden Wing. Yeah, I've known some people in the music industry, and yeah, I think it is a little bit corrupt. In fact, you've heard entertain musicians, bands, singers, whoever, a lot of them have talked about that very thing. Yeah, fair enough, Golden. I don't necessarily disagree with you. Geese, I like country music too. I grew up listening to country. Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, a lot of those guys. I love some of that old country music. Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton, Lynn Anderson, just to name it. Those people are way before your time. But I really like country music as well. I love Ronnie Millsap and George Jones. I mean, George Jones was highly revered, in the community, the country community. Yeah, Flatt and Scruggs. Earl Scruggs was a fantastic musician. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. And the AI is what it can do and how fast it's moving is actually quite scary. Cost of computing too, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not going to do a yeehaw, but no. Remember TNT was mostly country music videos. Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. And then they had CMT came along, country music TV or whatever they call it. You're talking about the music business, Golden Wing? No, I think AI is not so cool. I don't know what it's going to be, but I don't think it's good for us. Air support? No, I do not. You mean Air Supply? Say what? I know there was a group called Air Supply. I think they still tour a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, Golden. I don't know. We had real conversations yesterday about this stuff. So, but yeah, what she's saying is well thought out. Maybe Soul is using AI to write this. No, Soul, you're probably right about that. It's not sustainable. Well, uh, Jer Bear, we are discussing some music and some theories about AI. And Soul of Minimum Wage is giving us a nice bit of information about what she thinks about, or she, I shouldn't say she, they. I don't know if it's male or female. I apologize for that. I can't remember. Elimination of human effort is sustainable for, yeah, no. Do I like Elon Musk? I don't know if I like him. I think, regardless of what people think of him, he's certainly interesting. But that's getting, that'll lead to political stuff, which I don't really want to get into. Yeah, Golden Wing, I can't speak to that. I don't know. Yeah, no. So if you're seeing it firsthand, I mean, if we're not in it, we don't see it. We hear about it. It's reported, but we don't really know. But you're seeing it far more clearly than uh, most of us if you're involved in that field, for sure. Gerber, I don't know if it'll come to that. I have no idea. I like I said, I try not to think about that kind of stuff, especially when I'm doing this kind of stuff, because I don't know. I just try to stay away from the political as much as possible. So you might be right. I don't know. All I know is I just don't like the sound of how AI is growing. Kevin, well, somebody asked me that earlier. I'm kind of just whatever I'm interested in. If you look at my other videos, you can kind of see I like swimming, dogs, food, anything that's kind of interests me. Um, and tonight we're just talking about kind of anything. We've been talking a lot about music, but I don't really have a theme. I suppose I should. Every expert say, "Oh, you got to get a theme." I don't know. What types of dogs? My dogs in particular are a mix between Lab, Australian Shepherd, and German Shorthair Pointer, and I've got two of them, and they're really great dogs. Soul, it no, Soul, it's fine. It's actually quite interesting to hear somebody write it out the way you just wrote it. Um, so it's to me, it's interesting because it's a totally different perspective that many of us don't have. End of your rant. Nolan, I have had sushi, but I wouldn't say that I eat sushi. I've had it a few times, probably less than five. How just before you get off your thing, Soul, how long is your white paper that you have written? Char Char, I'm an entrepreneur. I think I might agree with you on that. Am I Muslim? No. 15,000 words. Well, that's not a small piece of work. Nolan, those I think are religious questions. And I don't think we're going to discuss religion. Justin, thanks for stopping by. It looks like I'm getting a whole group. You guys must have got together and decided to come over and hang out. Nolan, no, I would prefer not to discuss politics because it can make enemies out of friends. So it may be correct. I don't know. Again, Jerry, that's political. Kevin, it's political. Sorry. Or religious, I mean. You know, Raid, I mean, it is political, but people are entitled to their own opinions about him. Yeah, so you're right in the middle of where the decisions are going to be made at your age, and I don't think you have a lot of good choices, unfortunately. Come on, Char, we don't need to. Let's not do that. I don't know. Maybe looking back, Soul, but I not. In, I don't know if I thought that way in the moment. Nolan, are we going to discuss your dating? Geese, I hope you didn't leave with all this fun conversation we're having. Fair enough, Soul. It's fine. Just checking, Geese. Didn't want you to run off. '70s and '80s, Justin. Just eating. Oh, great. What? Oh. What time is it? What do you have? Midnight. Almost a midnight snack. What do you? Hopefully, maybe a sandwich or something good. Juan, that's not going to happen. I'm happy with my hair. Somehow I have a feeling that most of these people are the same people with different handles. But personally, you never felt that way? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't think like that. How it's maybe affecting peanut butter and banana. Seriously? Didn't Elvis do that? Soul, you're entitled to your opinion. You're correct. With a little honey, peanut butter and honey would be good. I just don't. I love bananas. I love peanut butter, but I don't know if I could put them together like that. Just not my thing. But I know people that put peanut butter on hamburgers. So to each their own. Oh, mayonnaise, banana, and peanut butter. Okay, sorry. I thought there was bananas involved in his sandwich. I'm sure some of these kids don't even really know who Elvis was. Not at the office. Just a bunch of junk of a friend's in my house. Yeah, we haven't heard from Django in a few minutes. What the heck? Where'd he go? He's fun. Marilyn Monroe. Oh, so Soul, I don't disagree with you that the actions in a moment can have an effect. It's sort of like, I don't know, I guess it's a yin yang thing where somebody will go, oh, this is great for something, but the flip side of that is it's bad for something else. So I think that's sort of in the same vein that you're talking about. Yeah, no, I realize that decisions can have that effect. I just, in the moment, I probably don't think of them because every action you take could have some effect long term for us. No Nolan, but I've met a few. Well, Elvis got famous long before Cheech and Chong, but Cheech and Chong got famous in the early 70s, and Elvis was still around then. Elvis died in 76, 77. I'd have to look that one up. Not sure. Cheech and Chong were funny though. Back then, man, they were on fire. '77. Thank you. So, David, you don't like Earache My Eye by Cheech and Chong? I do remember when he died, yes. I couldn't remember the year. Light talk. I was actually fascinated by what you had to say, Soul, so don't apologize for that. No, you should keep writing it. Maybe it'll do some good for somebody. Okay, yeah, Earache My Eye was a great tune. I didn't know Korn did remake that. Now I'm gonna go look that up when we're done here and see if it's on YouTube. I'm sure it is. Everything else is on YouTube. Yep, August 16th. I knew he was also born on January 8th. Okay, Geese, I'm gonna look it up when we're done. I mean, the guitar work in that original by Cheech and Chong was really good. I mean, it's funny, but the guitar work was really good. The actual music part of Earache My Eye was good. Oh, yeah, correct. Yeah, Geese, you're right. And Soul, yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, I mean, eventually, if somebody, thank you for the hearts. Eventually, if you listen to people talk enough, you can kind of figure out their age, even if you couldn't see them. Popular in high school and partied every day. No, no partying. Well, I haven't had enough conversation with you. I have no idea, Char. There would have to be truthful conversation. Char is 24? Okay. Oh, we're back to the hair. Thank you, I guess. No, 27? Yeah, that would be fun to go back and do that over. Orion V3, I don't know what you said there. Trying to decipher with my highly limited Spanish knowledge. Char, I think we've discussed that before, but I'm an entrepreneur. Very grateful. No, I don't. Soul, I'll take that as a compliment, I hope. If I could go back to 27, oh, a lot of different things. I'd know what to invest in ahead of time and how important money is. Richer than Donald Trump? I highly doubt that. In fact, I can guarantee that. I am not. See, Soul? You're 21. That's awesome. I want to know what happened to Django. Where'd he go? He just blew off the scene, I guess. Go back and invest in Amazon. I can remember, Geese, when Microsoft went public. I think they went public at around 20 bucks a share, 22, low 20s. And I remember when they got to about 35-ish dollars a share, reading the Wall Street Journal, and it said, "Is the run in Microsoft over?" And it had gone up like 75%, and they were questioning if it was done. Meanwhile, here we are. Char Char, Pitbull, Mastiff, nice dogs. Soul, I like your style. Oh yeah, that's all they sold was books. And then Bezos figured out how to sell everything, and we had, in my day, we had the Sears catalog, which was essentially the same thing. We just didn't have the distribution and the internet to back it up. The Sears catalog would come out and you could order anything from the Sears catalog. And then Amazon became the Sears catalog times 1,000. And now you can get anything and have it delivered sometimes in the same day. Hindsight's 2020, it absolutely is. It only became the Wish book later. In the beginning, it was called the Sears catalog. But yes, you're correct. It was a Wish book. Yeah, no, they did. I mean, I remember looking at that, and there wasn't. If when I was a kid, there was nothing you couldn't get from Sears and the Sears catalog. And it was the Christmas Wish book, as you call it, or catalog, whatever. I mean, it would come and it was like 2.5 inches thick. Hundreds and hundreds of pages of products. You know, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want the money that Bezos has. I'd like to have a lot of money, but not that kind of money. You become a target. Your kids become targets. Your family becomes targets. It's not fun. I mean, it's fun to have all that money. Don't get me wrong, but the flip side of that is security. Thank you for the hundreds over there. I appreciate it. Yes, extortion, lawsuits. I mean, the frivolous lawsuits. I spent some time in Southern California with around some celebrities, and they got sued sometimes just because they were in the vicinity, had done nothing wrong, and the people knew that they would settle out of court for some small amount, meaning 25, 50, 75,000 bucks, just to make the lawsuit go away because it was cheaper than the lawsuit itself, just to settle. So yeah, you're constantly a target, a financial target. Oh, thank you, Char, for the hundreds. I appreciate it. I never know who's sending them. Am I supposed to be able to see that or not? Because I just see it on the side of the screen in the chat, and it shows hearts or whatever people are clicking on, like the hundreds right now flying up. I see those, but I never know who's sending them. Hello, David. I am not drinking. This is water. So technically I'm drinking something, but not. No private security that you know of. Yeah, I mean, because I mean, at some point, what do you do with all that money if you have billions? I'm not saying they shouldn't have it. I don't care one way or another about that. I don't have an opinion on that. I'm just saying at some point, you know, but even for what we would call small ultra wealthy, tens of millions of dollars, I've seen it happen to people in my community. Thank you for all the hundreds. I appreciate it. I don't drink champagne, but oh, funk is back. But yeah, I just think you become a target when you have money. Justin, you like art? Nope, no beer. Thank you for the hundreds again. I said no beer. That's the best way to be, Justin. Got to make up the difference and leave early. Justin, thank you for the jewels. I really appreciate that. Very kind. No, I do not like beer. That's political, Nolan, so I don't really want to get into that. Justin. That's funny. And thank you for all the hundreds going up. Again, Justin, thank you for the jewels. Of course I love root beer. You guys saw me. Don't like caviar at all. Very grateful, thank you as well for the jewels. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ellipse. Yeah, you know, Roger Waters. Somebody else said that to me the other day. So it's like the second or third time recently. So I guess. Your future money has a restraining order. Oh, that's funny. Boy, I got to remember that one. That's funny. That's fine, David. I get it. Dibs, I don't know what is that LDS? Is that what you're asking? The restraining order joke means it can't come near her or him. Can't come near Soul. I don't know why I keep saying her. I don't know why I think that. So I apologize for that, Soul. Yeah, so restraining order means you can't go near something or someone. I don't mind, Justin. It's fine. Palm Beach Pete. I can guarantee you I am not Palm Beach Pete. Soul is a dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I thought that for some reason. I just don't know. Then it's Soul. I apologize if I got it wrong, and I'll do better. Yeah, no, Soul, I get it. I just don't like to miss that stuff if I can. The Titanic. Wow. Not quite that old, but old. Pacific Northwest, David. Poopy, I'm not a doctor, but I can sure scribble my name like one. Justin. Okay, that's good. Yeah. I like that. Sprich Deutsch? No. I kind of like the Seahawks. I don't know if I'm a fan. Thank you for all the 100s. Yeah, sorry about the filing cabinets. Everything's a mess around them. So yuppie, I guess you're Generation X. I don't even know what the other generations are after that. There's millennials and Gen Z or something. Am I right about that? I don't know. I can't keep up. Martin, yeah, well, it's not my cleanup to make. Well, it is, but it's a friend's junk that I'm storing for him. So my office is supremely messy right now. I don't mind. It'll go away soon. If only I were a genius and just not messy, Nolan, that would be great. Doc on Marty McFly, I get that too. Yuppie, you have a great night too. Generation Alpha, is that what 2010 to now is? What the heck is a Gen Z? Are they after Gen X? What do I think of it, David? I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of it, studied it a lot, but I don't know, it led us to where we are, I guess, so I don't really know what to say about it. So 97 to 2009, that's Alpha. So are we at? So what are we at now? Gen Z? My channel about kind of just whatever I'm interested in. I make videos about whatever happens to appeal to me that day. or at that moment, whether it's dogs, swimming. I do a lot of, well, most of my live streams before recently were all just scenic stuff. Yeah, no, I look, Martin, I get it. It's not my cup of tea, but I'm helping out a friend. So I'm just, it is what it is. Oh no, Gen Z is 9709, Alpha is 10. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're probably right. I don't know. Yeah, Boomers X, Millennials Z, and A. Larson, I'll take your word for it. Same with you, so I don't really know. After Boomers and Gen X, I kind of lost track. I remember when somebody said, "Oh, the Millennials." I'm like, "Well, what age group is that?" So I don't know. Do I like pineapple on pizza? I love pineapple. It's kind of, I'll eat it on pizza. Yeah, David, I'm sure it did. The religion played a part in it, for sure. Millennials, 80 to 95-ish. Okay, that makes sense. Because Gen X is then like 64, 65 to like 80 then, is that right? E equals MC squared. Yeah, my white hair started long before 2008, that's for sure. Elite Commander. You know what? We're just having a good time talking about whatever. I kind of left it open tonight to talk about whatever somebody wanted to talk about. Am I religious? Not really. I just don't really talk about religions here, religious stuff here. Just because I believe I try to limit the politics and religion here, just because that leads to strong feelings and arguments, and there's plenty of chats where that's all they do. So I'm just trying to avoid that. I prefer to have fun and not take on the seriousness of all the world. Thanks for the compliment of my hair. Lil Durk, isn't that political? Nolan, I did not serve in Vietnam or Afghanistan. Political view on oatmeal cookies. Depends on who's making the I call them oatmeal raisin cookies as well. It depends on who's making them. Some oatmeal raisins are delicious. Others are just so. But I do love a good oatmeal raisin cookie. Is that political? Do I have to take a stand, I guess? And Cece, you were here last night. Thanks for coming back. Martin Weckham, 70. I get to enjoy life. Martin, you're lucky. Enjoy it. Make the most of it. I really think it's important. You know, Martin, it used to be private here too. Um, and nobody really cared. But anyway, yeah, I just don't talk about it much here, if at all. If I can avoid it, I think it's better. Yeah, our culture, I'm sure, is vastly different than what it is in Switzerland. Yeah, the steel cut oats are okay. I don't think the steel cut oats are good for oatmeal cookies. Okay, David, yeah, fair enough. Okay, Soul, I believe you're not a bot. I believe you're actually a genius. Like whoever said that before. Let's go with that. That's funny. Yeah, I grew up with oatmeal cookies because they were, well, oatmeal cookies aren't expensive to make. CC, I could see that. Yeah, fair enough. What do they talk about in the European chats, Martin? Besides, you know, I don't want to say besides. What do they talk about in the European chats? Gordon Ramsay would win that battle, Nolan. Soul is seems like a pretty smart human being. If you are in fact a human being, Soul, you might be AI. Maybe that's how you wrote the white paper. Just kidding. Yeah, no, Martin, we do. That's for sure. Hmm. Yeah, Soul, that's I think that's probably accurate. A quick 15-minute collab, Funk, and how do you suggest we pull that off while I'm doing a live stream? Hello, DK. Hola. Did I say it okay? Yeah, I don't know how to do it. It'd be too difficult for me, Funk. Well, quite honestly, Martin, that's what I would prefer to talk about. Not necessarily soccer. I mean, I like soccer, but or football, whatever. I would I love talking about sports. We were talking a little bit about sports before. We were talking about music and yeah, so man, you're going through a whole radical change of everything. Yeah, Funk, I'm not technically that great with this stuff on the fly, so I can learn it, but I'm not good. Yeah, CC, I think that might be right. You lived in Germany, Funk? Wow. Foosball to the Olympics, man. Well, okay, CC, have you ever heard of the Ocho? It's ESPN 8. They have air hockey, they have slippery stairs, they've got kickball. I they they might even air foosball. I don't think it's coming to the Olympics, but you might be able to watch it there. Very prudish? Really? Yeah, I guess maybe some. There's other circles of the US that are far from that. They're complete polar opposites. But yeah, maybe. No, I get it, David. Fair enough. A foosball. Yeah, that would be funny. Foosball is an Olympic sport. I think you should write the USOC and ask them if they can bring it in. Yeah, see, yeah, that's not common here, Martin. And if you didn't wear trunks, you'd wear a towel at least. Okay. Sledding should come back. Well, we have the bobsled, right? and Skeleton and the luge. That's kind of sledding, isn't it? Yeah, so I think that's accurate. We have many, yeah, yeah, yeah. When you go into the middle section of the country, they're different than the coast, either coast for that matter. Yeah, that's a good point. Geez, Soul. I'm thinking you're AI because it's just too many good comments. It seemed too perfect. Oh, toboggan sledding on an open mountain? Yeah, that would be cool. Have you ever, Cece, have you ever ridden or thought about riding a bobsled or a luge at all? Because I know there's places where you can do it. And the reason I'm asking is that I've done it before. And it's absolutely insanely fun. I don't think you can because if your responses are too perfect, which they are, maybe, or maybe you're just an evil genius. Who knows? I'm just kidding. I don't know if you could prove you're not AI. At least not here anyway. Yeah, toboggans, I guess you're right. They are hard to control. Oh, Cece, that would be awesome. That'd be so fun. Where am I from, user? Pacific Northwest, US. Hmm. That's interesting, Martin. I didn't know that. Soul, now I believe that you might want to become a writer. No comment. That's too political, user. Yeah, it's an interesting take, David. Seriously, Cece? Bloody guts. Holy smokes. That's crazy. Albert Einstein. Damn, dude. Howdy, by the way. Hello, Zach. Yeah, again, Martin, it's a political thing, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I get it. We do have a lot more additives, that's for sure. He went down the snow hill in a kayak. No, user, I just don't think it leads to good conversation. There's plenty of places if you want to discuss politics, and not that I don't have political beliefs. I'm trying to keep this place where it's not political, so I think it's more fun. Um, I know of it. Very grateful. Yeah, and you know what? See, people become entrenched in their beliefs, which is fine. I don't care. It's just I don't. I see it too much everywhere else. I don't want to do it here. Let people be free of all that stuff. And that's interesting. So I have not. So I couldn't. I know we were talking about some of the foods and things that you asked me about yesterday, and I'm not familiar with that, so I can't speak to that. But I'll take your word for it. Pradpa, hello from India. Wow, cool. Which question are you referring to, Josh? Yeah, I guess so. That would make sense. I know of some people that have gone, friends of mine that have gone to South America too, and they were talking about the milk down there, for instance, as an example. They drink warm milk because that's just the way they get it. So it's just different. I'm Scottish, David. I have never been to Scotland. Pradpa, it's just kind of a free for all tonight. We're just kind of talking about everything. Trying to avoid politics and religion as much as possible. I want to make it fun rather than like I said, there's plenty of politics everywhere else. So just fun if we can. Hang on, David. I'm Scottish. User. What is the favorite movie? What's the favorite movie? I I've kind of been thinking lately it might be The Sting from way back in the 70s. Hello, Elijah. Yeah, so I don't know. The Amish seem to be getting by. I don't know enough about the topic to speak about it, but I know people that drink it here too, and I don't know. No clue, Marky Mark. I don't know that either, Cece. Personal choice, I guess. Yeah, prep, but there's a lot of stress, and for some of it's we create ourselves, I think too. Is it Selik? Selik, hello. You're in Turkey. Wow, very cool. Elijah, I'm good. Thanks for asking. How are you? No, I did not. Elijah. A lot of people believe milk's good for you, but I understand your point, Cece. Martin, a lot of that the fast food generation came with the expansion of our highways and cars. It wasn't necessarily um, to produce bad food. It was just people were driving so much and in their cars so much, it became, I don't want to say necessary, but an easy thing to sell. Well, that's a pretty high concentration of vegetarians, Preppa, but you drink a lot of milk. Okay. Yeah, so yes, that's probably correct. Hello, Elijah. Wallow York Hum? I have no idea what that is. Where is what, Elijah? I don't know if it's a fad, Cece. A lot of people actually have, for years, have believed that it's a better way to drink the milk. Um, I know. Yeah, I know. I don't. Cece, have you ever eaten raw meat? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think so. Elijah, I don't know my my cause. Donate to my cause. I don't know what you mean. Chase, I don't know what you mean by genocide. Genocide? Oh, you're making a joke about genocide. I don't know what you mean. Elijah, I don't know what you mean you want to help with that. Yeah, Brad, but I know like I said a few minutes ago that we have friends that went to Argentina and they did the same thing there. LARPer, what a great word. No, it's not Jeff, not Jeffrey Epstein. Hello, Diamond Heart. How are you? I'm fine. I've heard that, Pradpa. Like a university professor, that I can guarantee you I am not. Thank you for the hearts and hundreds over there. Well, you don't have all of our money, Martin. Not yet. Yeah, Martin, you got to be careful. Soul, she's a genius with her words. She'll get you. Uh, where'd you get the Swiss flags from, Martin? Is that on your computer or your phone somewhere? I know they're not exactly Swiss flags, but no, but Pradpa, they do have some of our money. So are you talking to me about vacation, Soul? No, I don't have any vacations planned. I didn't know that, Soul. I had no idea. That's why I was curious. So much about this chat and all the emojis. I have no idea. Yeah, I see. I have no idea about the features like that. I'm glad you told me because I would never have known otherwise. I'd probably have to Google it, find out. I hear Utah is beautiful. I've never been, and in the wintertime especially, I've heard great things about it. But again, I've never been there. Just I know some people that have, and they rave about how beautiful it is. You do have good chocolate. Have you ever, Martin? Have you ever had Norwegian chocolate? I've had some of that, and I thought it was pretty good as well. That's yeah. We're going to invade Switzerland to get all your cheese and chocolate. I didn't know Dubai made chocolates. That's interesting. I love chocolate. Yeah, no, they do. Yes, you're Lindt. In fact, I've got someone just gave us a package of Lindt the other day, and it's good chocolate. Oh, well, yeah. Everything. A bottle of water is like $20 in an airport, so it doesn't surprise me that it was expensive. Yeah, it's funny. It's even some of the chocolates that the Europeans might not like here. I don't know. I love chocolate. Even the processed stuff, the really good stuff. If it's chocolate, I'm in. Yeah, German chocolate's good too. Like I said, I love chocolate. Martin, you talking to me? Or are you still talking to Soul? I live in the Pacific Northwest. Custom tailored, hello. You know, I'm not a fan of Hershey's, but I will eat it. Their symphony bars are good, to be fair. How did you know, Nolan? Were you the guy with the phone taking pictures of us by the pool? Custom tailored from Seattle proper. Nice. I didn't know they were the largest exporter, but they do have excellent chocolate. There's a store about I don't know, 45 minutes from where I'm at that brings in a lot of different chocolates. German. That's why I asked you about the Norwegian chocolate. They had some there too that I thought was really good. Maybe that could be a great live stream. I could go on a world tour to taste all the finest chocolates in the world. That would be fun. Oh, that was you, Nolan, by the pool. Heidi Klum. Yes, interesting. I get it. Where the heck did you get the camera emojis? Where do you guys find all these cool emojis? Are they on Google here? Or on the YouTube app? Funny. Belgian chocolates? Yeah, for sure. What I like about some of those chocolates is the Symphony Bar here, if you get the one without the almonds in it, does tend to melt more in a similar way to some of the European chocolates. I don't think it's quite as good, but the European chocolates, Swiss, German, Belgian, Norwegian, they all tend to melt and turn into almost like a chocolate cream. And that's what I think I like about it. Oh, now ice cream too? Oh, I love ice cream. Chocolate ice cream. That's what we need right now. Tea or coffee? I don't really drink either, but if I had to choose, I'd choose coffee with cream and no sugar. And I love sugar, but not in coffee. Heidi, in her, well, she still looks good. Let's be honest, but now I make the caveat that she looks good for her age. But yeah, Heidi is something. Do I own an island? I do not. Wow, I'm getting all the Epstein stuff. What's up with that? um, yeah, I have some Indian friends up in Canada, and they drink tea. Seems like nonstop, but they do love their tea. I did not know that, Martin, about that. Lambo? Nah, Ferrari. 355 Ferrari. Leonidas family, huh? Yeah, I like that Pam Anderson's gone without makeup because she was so made up for so long. But I will tell you this, back in the 80s when she was kind of at the peak of her popularity, I saw her in person then with no makeup. And I have to say, when she was younger, she was pretty, well, pretty, but she was as good as she looked on camera back then. Quite attractive in person. Do I ride a motorcycle? No, I do not. Jag are nice cars. Do I like Carmen Electra? Well, I guess. She was on Baywatch. How do we not like Carmen Electra, right? Just kidding. Favorite band? That's a tough one. I'll just say Van Halen. How's that? Although there was many others just as good, I think, from that era, but I'll go with Van Halen. Yeah, I remember hearing favorite movie. We've been through this, Nolan. Yeah, no, so you're correct. She was had a lot of demons to battle. But yeah, I think she looks good for. I mean, she's about 60, I think. I think she looks pretty good for her age. Oh, are Martin? Are you leaving us? And Martin, if you are leaving, thank you for coming by. Hopefully, I said it before you've left. But thanks for joining the conversation. Feel free to come back anytime. It's nice to hear different perspectives. Nolan, what do you mean you're away from the live stream? You're just like 2 minutes ago. No? You leaving, Nolan? Joey invade. We're going for your chocolates, Martin. We're coming for the chocolate. Buy some of that processed stuff, Martin. Those nice, healthy, fresh things are overrated. And have some chocolate with lunch. No, I'm just teasing you. I get it. Anyway, enjoy your lunch, Martin. Hopefully, you have something delicious. I do not play the piano, Tyler. New Zealand. Cool. Greetings. Hello. I've hit some people from all over the country. We've got a Swiss guy, somebody from India. There's a couple others in there too. I do not play the drums, Nolan. I just sing. Hello, Philip. What's on your mind? Hoping to make me laugh? Oh, do I not laugh enough? I don't laugh much anymore. Too tired. $10.40. You're on the West Coast. JFK, you're on the West Coast. Correct? It's nothing to do with you, Tyler. I just don't laugh a lot. Yeah, Soul, I remember where you're at. Soul, it was a pleasure having you here again. Please come back whenever you want. The Impulsive Rant was fine. I enjoyed reading it. But please come back. It was fun. Sorry to hear that about coleslaw. I love it. I get it, Tyler. No worries. Fresh trout and almond butter, steamed potatoes. Geez, Martin, you could have invited me. I would have showed up for that. I know it's like a 10-hour plane flight, but still. That sounds good. Jurassic, hey, how are you? Sorry, I was in the middle of another thing there. I'm going to say yes to pineapples on pizza. Yeah, pineapples are okay on pizza. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I think they're okay. Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Martin. I forgot the time difference. You're correct. It's Friday where you're at. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, but the meal you were going to make sounds awfully good. Richard Gere, if only I had his money. Anchovies on pizza? No. That's a hard no. It's okay. You see what you see, right, Jeremy? I don't care. It's probably just the hair. We have similar hair, I guess. Wasn't going to Hawaii good for vacation a good thing? Jeremy, no worries. You have a good day as well. Or a great day. Yeah, Hawaii for vacation? I'm in. Let's go. And I get the Back to the Future guy too. Richard Gere and then Doc from Back to the Future. I've had that a couple times today. It's all right. Like I said, you see what you see. Yeah, Hawaii'd be nice. Just sit on the beach, watch the world go by. Martin, thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for joining our conversation. Feel free to come back. I really mean that. Yeah, I think he was crazy like a fox, Tyler. Seemed like a genius to me. I'm going to go with this genius side. Never been to Alaska, Nolan. Don't know if I like it or not. Thank you for the whatever's flying up over here and whoever's doing that. I appreciate it. And the hearts, thank you. It's a little personal, don't you think, Nolan? Thanks for the 100s. I'll tell you what I don't have. I don't have any more water. I drank it all. Tyler, I have not been to the Grand Canyon. Would love to go there. Need to put that on my list of places to go. Have you? Or am I not allowed to ask questions? I can't remember who I'm talking to, which handle. Hello to Argentina. Thank you for coming. Yes, in fact, I have been to Las Vegas. Not in a long time, but I have been. Yeah, that's cool that the flag comes up when you mention a country. I had no idea until just a little bit ago that that happened. Have you been to Mount Rushmore, Nolan? But yes, Mount Rushmore is really cool. The amount of work it took to make that stuff is pretty amazing. Hello, Redabatul? Best I can do, sorry. Yeah, Nolan. And that's enough about where I've been to. Huh. JFK, you might be right. I don't know. To Dixon Maez? I think I was asked this question before by somebody else. Yep, that's me. Survived World War I. I'm 120 years old. Answered that question earlier as well. I went with Ronaldo. I didn't take it personally, Sam. It's fine. I was just making a joke back. My humor is so dry sometimes people think I'm taking things seriously. Oh, what time is it getting to be? Oh man, getting late for me. Country Girl, you're back. Thank you. I have no idea, Sam. Being above ground makes me happy. How's that? Nolan, you like my jokes? That's fantastic. As limited as they are. Oh, very cool. Grateful. That's really cool. Yeah, no, it's beautiful area for sure. Um, there has to be something. Like I said, being above ground, Sam, that makes me happy. What are we discussing? Well, right now we're discussing what makes me happy. But up until now, we were discussing a little bit ago, we were discussing Swiss chocolates, European chocolates, and a bunch of things. It was kind of been a free for all tonight. Oh, Soul, thank you very much. That is fantastic. Again, Soul, thank you so much. I really appreciate you showing up. Please, not because of the donation, please feel free to come back. I enjoyed your white paper. Hey, guys, quiet. How about jokes? I don't know. What kind of jokes we looking for? Hey, guys, come on. Oh, Gary, I have no idea. I don't know where you're going with this, but thank you for all the hearts. I appreciate it. Hi, bud. Tired? You getting tired? I know. Hello, handsome. Hello, handsome. Here, let's see if we can come here. Come on, let's show you off. Here. There. Say hi to everyone. Can you say hi to everyone? No? Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Why did the turtle cross the road? Alexander Hamilton. Thank you. That's new. That's a first for me. No one wants to see what, JFK? My dog? That's good, Gary. Okay. Oh, Angel, that's a bit harsh. But all right. Not Epstein. Yep. Sorry, Alex. I'm not Epstein. Okay, Gary, this is another one. What do you got? Thank you for all the hearts. And whatever the other emojis are flying up there, it's great. I did not hear about that guy. Gary, tell me. What do you got? Angel. Okay, country girl. Lots of hearts. Appreciate it. Thank you. Your friend just got me restricted from live. What live are you talking about? CE edits. Chris Hansen. Jeez. Okay, Gary, I got it. Sorry. I'm too tired to catch on to some of those. Yeah, there are, JFK. No, it's a bunch of other people's, a friend's stuff. I'm not an accountant. Please, Gary, enlighten us. Fantastic. Man, I'm fading quickly. Hi, Prima. How are you? Prima, are you joking? I don't. Um, Charlie. Oh, yeah, you were here yesterday. Congratulations on that. I have not seen any corporate. Sorry to hear that, Charlie. But you have to, if it, you need to stay the course. Another thing I can guarantee you, I'm not Nolan. I can guarantee you one thing, I'm getting really tired, unfortunately. Charlie, you need to stay positive. I don't like coffee. Thank you for the heart. That's funny, Charlie. M&A, well, not recently. Oh, Percio. That's what happens when you get old. Gary, good night. You know what, everybody? It's super late for me too. I've been at this for almost 4 hours, so anyway, Nolan and everybody, no, Percio, that's good. You got to stop that. Not gonna have that. Okay, everyone. Thanks for coming by. I'm exhausted. I'll try and do this again tomorrow. But yeah, let's do it again. This was fun. Appreciate everybody coming by, and thank you to everyone who donated and jewels and what have you. I really appreciate it. Bye, country girl. I'm sorry you just got back. I got to go. I'm exhausted. But everyone, please come back, and we'll have some more fun tomorrow. I'm going to sign off. Thank you, everyone, again.